I've never been so sure of anything before. Just like I'm in this moment, but once alone would be enough. Just take my hands and take my ring, 'cause I will always love you through anything I'll do. To talk about the different segment, for the engaging about story. Talk about OGINNI, Let's talk about love. Let's talk about God. Let's talk about all you need to know before you say I do.
Thank you for tuning in to Glorious Vision Television. My name is TOPE OGINNI, and you are welcome to Before You Say I Do. Before You Say I Do is a program designed for all categories of singles. As long as you have not said I do, you may be in your courtship stage, you may be engaged, you may be looking for a relationship anytime soon. As long as you have not said I do, this is a program that you don't miss for anything. This is where we educate the singles on all what they need to know about their relationship, about their partner, and even about themselves. This is where we help you to discover yourself. This is where we help you to get it right in the area of your relationship. This is where we help all categories of singles to prevent divorce even before it happens. This is where we help you to have a godly-centered relationship, a godly-centered marriage. This is where we prepare you on what you need to know, do, and have before saying I do. This program is meant to answer all your relationship questions. It's meant to assist you in any way that you need assistance concerning your relationship. All what we do and we talk about on Before You Say I Do is on relationship and marriage. For as many singles that want to get it right, that want to understand the concept of marriage, the how to navigate their marital journey, I will recommend that you don't miss this program for anything. And the objective of this program is to help as many singles and also to help them reduce their dying no's or the divorce cases that many are already having in their marriage. On this note, if this is your first time, I want to say the program is just starting. Please don't touch that. And for our regular viewers, I want to appreciate you for all your concerns, your prayers, your messages. They are all appreciated. Thank you so much. Welcome back. It is still Before You Say I Do on Glorious Vision Television, the only program designed for all categories of singles to educate and to enlighten them on all what they need to know, have before saying I do. So if you are a single and you are just joining this program, I'm telling you, don't go anywhere, because you have a lot of things to learn and to gain by giving out your time to this program. So on today's episode of Before You Say I Do, I want to go to another chapter of my book, Making the Right Decisions Before You Say I Do, and it's on the chapter 7, how to know if you are ready for marriage. How to know if you are ready for marriage. Many people do not have the understanding. They don't know. I won't say everybody, most people want to get married, but do you know when it is time for you to get married? What are those things that will tell you, that will let you know? Or how can you prepare yourself for marriage to know that you are actually married? So that is what we want to look at, how to know if you are ready for marriage. Let me start this way. Let me start with a story, something that a true life experience. Now, when I was young, I was still in school. I think I was still seeking an admission, and somebody approached me for a relationship, and I told the person that as at that time that I'm not ready, that I'm still trying to gain an admission. I want to go to higher institution. I want to go to school. And because he is ready, to him it feels that it's not anything big deal, that we can manage the situation. And he was just pestering me for a relationship that we should. And I said, no, I want to go. What is on my mind now is to study, pass my JAMB exam, get an admission. That is what is on my mind, not relationship. But as at that time, now, he was ready for a relationship. In fact, he was ready for marriage. Because I could remember he was saying that it doesn't matter. After all, even if you gain admission, even if you get married now, when we get married, in marriage, you can still go back to school. People manage those. I said, yes, I understand that people does that, but it's not like that is what I want. I want to go to school. I don't want anything to disturb me. So he was pestering me, and I said, okay, let's just be friends. If that is what you want. I don't want a committed relationship, but let's start with friendship. Then from there, maybe as time goes on, we'll be able to sort other things. But he said, no, I don't want to. You can see from him that he is ready for a relationship. And I was not ready for a relationship. So for somebody like that, you can see the difference between the two of us. So how would you know that you are ready? So I told him, sir, if you don't want us to be friends, then please, you can find your love or your relationship somewhere else, because I am not ready for that. So I just use that story to let us know that if someone is not careful, a lady can be pressurized to the extent of saying, okay, no. Once you have your life goals, you don't allow anybody to pressurize you to that extent. When you are not ready, be bold and be courageous to say you are not ready. If you are still, if you have some things that you are still pursuing, maybe you have some life goals, some personal goals, some career goals, or you still have some things that you still have to set to. It is not a must that you must allow any man or any woman to pressurize you that they are ready for marriage. You can be in a relationship right now and you are not ready. As a young man, you feel that you still have some things to settle before you say I do. And the lady in question is ready for marriage. It's better you let that person know. Mistakes many singles normally make is that you won't speak up and you just be holding that person in that relationship when he or she will have ordinarily moved on. You let them know that I am not ready. I know that some men, that some honest men, they will come out straight and tell you that I'm not ready for marriage in the next 2-3 years because I have some things to settle. And I've also met a young lady too, a young man too, who is ready. The lady is still in school, but this man is ready. He already has a small business that he's managing. He already has an apartment to himself and every other thing that he feels that even if he gets married at that time, that he can be able to manage his home. But the lady he was in a relationship with, she's still in school. She's still in school as I'm talking now. That's why I want to use the present tense. So she's still in school. Now this young man is pressurizing her that they should go and do the mini introduction, the engagement, so that she can move in with him, then continue her studies in his home, that he is ready to sponsor it, that she know. But he said, no, I don't want that. I want my parents. It is the joy of every parent to send their children to school, and that's what my parents are doing, and I appreciate that. So I want them to be the one, at least for my first degree, I want my parents to be involved. So as a result of that, please, I am not ready. I am not ready. And this is how the young man reached out to me and told me that this is what the lady said. And I said, you can't force anybody to love you. You can't force anybody into a relationship. If not, you will regret it. If not now, in the future, maybe if you force her against her will and she accepted and she gets into that marriage or relationship, then some things start unfolding. Then she will now start blaming you. I told you that I was not ready at that time. You were the one that forced me. You pushed me into doing it. So we shouldn't be, when it comes to relationship and marriage, don't push anybody. Don't force anybody. Allow the person. Let it be something that is mutual effort. Let it be that everybody is on the page. It's not like somebody is willing and somebody is not unwilling. So now, have you thought about marriage? How do you know that you are perfectly ready for marriage? You should think about it seriously. Maybe it is common thing that every single stumbles across at some point in their life, that they begin to know, how am I ready for marriage? Sometimes it could be your parents, it could be friends, it could be the society that is making you to think that you are ready for marriage because you are of age, or because you are doing something, or they feel that you are supposed to be married. It's not like it is a decision that, or you have come to a point that you feel that, yes, I am ready. I am ready. So not until when you get to that point, that you begin to say, I am ready. But when you are still being forced, or because you see that, oh, you are a group of 5 friends, and all your friends, they have all been taken, or you seem to be the odd one out. Maybe that is the reason why you think that you have to start a serious relationship. You don't. When it comes to marriage or a thing, I always tell people, it's not a thing that somebody must decide for you. You have to decide for yourself. Because if you make any mistake and you get into that marriage, people will not be there with you. You will just find out that the same people that pushed you, they will still come back and be telling you that, hey, we are just giving you an advice now. We didn't force you. We didn't ask you to go and do it now. You should have reason. So don't let it get to that stage. So getting ready for marriage simply means the acceptance of two individuals to come together with clear readiness to sacrifice or put their individual preferences for the sake of the relationship. It is because when you get married, you should consider the emotions of your partner more than yours. Are you ready to consider the emotions of your partner more than your own, or you are going to be selfish? It is all going to be about you, the I thing. So now your friends are pairing off and you feel like it is time for you to settle down. No. Are you just giving it to peer pressure, or do you really want to marry your current partner? Are you okay with your current partner to the extent that you can propose to her, or you can accept proposal from him? Are you okay with that person? So many single men and women out there long to get married but do not know if they are ready for it. I hope you will get to that you will know. A lot of singles want to get married but they don't know if they are ready. They are still asking questions. Am I ready? Some can even go to their friends. Don't you think I'm ready for marriage now? After all, I have a car. I have an apartment. Yes, those are part of the things that you need to settle down. Yes, if you have them, good for you. But there are still some things that you still need to have and to know that will give you this full assurance that you can go into a relationship or be thinking about marriage. Now, deciding whether you are ready for marriage is a significant and deep personal choices, especially if you are a Christian. The decision isn't just about relationship with your partner, but also about your relationship with God and your readiness to enter into a lifelong covenant. Is a lifelong covenant, is a lifelong thing. That's why you see when most people are at the altar, they will tell them it is for better, it is for worse. In sickness, in good health. Because even though some churches are now beginning to change the narrative that it is for better, for best. It is in sickness and in good health. But the truth of the matter is that we are there, we know that it is not always roses like that. It's not that it's always, there are times that everything will just, that you won't have moments of downs, moments of darkness, moments where things are not going the way you want them. So that is it. So now, the first thing that you have to consider to know if you're actually ready, especially like I said, if you are a Christian and you are a Christian, so you must consider your personal relationship with God. Are you growing in your relationship with God? Because a strong foundation in Christ is very essential for your marriage and even for your relationship. Not just the physical union now. Because if you are a Christian, if you are a Christian single, definitely you must be thinking of getting married to a fellow Christian single who has a deep relationship with God. So you must consider all of these things, that where are you spiritually? Then you must consider your prayer life. What's your prayer life like? Then you must consider the fruit of the Spirit. Do you have the fruit of the Spirit to love, the spirit of peace, the spirit of patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control? Are you able to control yourself? Do you have self-control? These are the things that you must look at yourself before you begin to think about talking about marriage. Do others see them in you? Do others, even the person you are in a relationship with, can they see all of this, that you have the spirit of patience, you have the spirit of self-control? Can they be able to see all of these fruits in you? When people begin to say, you are a very nice person, you are very kind, but you are not faking it, that is genuinely who you are, then you know that you have the fruit of the Spirit that you can take into your relationship or even into your marriage. Then you must understand the why. Why do you want to get married? Why do you want to get married? It's part of the things that will let you know that you must know your why. Why are you getting married? Are you getting married because you want to wear the white gown. You want everybody to see you, that you too, you wear the white gown. Do you want to get married because you want to wear, as a young man, you want to wear tuxedo? You want people to see your beautiful tuxedo on that your wedding day? Do you want to get married because you want to have a big party that the people of Timber and Caliber we attend, so that you can boast to your friends that on my wedding day, the governor attended my wedding, this person attended? Is that the reason? Or do you want to get married because you want to be the center of attraction, the center of attention? Definitely, you know that on wedding day, the only thing that everybody wants to see is the couple, the husband and wife. They want to see them. They want to look at their lovely gown, the suit, their dance steps, everything about them. They are always the center of attention. Oh, you've been to so many weddings, yes, right? Now you want others to see that in you, to begin to see how beautiful you look or how elaborate your wedding is. You spent a lot of money, you know, the cream de la creme attended your wedding. Is that the reason? Is that why you feel that, yes, I have connection of friends, I have class of people, that when people attend my wedding, they will know that the governor attended my wedding, the ministers attended my wedding? Is that the reason why you feel that you are ready? Or because you have people who can support your wedding? I don't have to spend any money. Yes, I know people who have said that before. I don't have to spend any money. I know people that will carry. Wedding me, you know, they said they will carry everything. I don't have to spend. Is that the reason why you feel that if you are talking about money, the money is there to spend? These are wrong reasons to feel that you are ready for. So you must know your why, and your why must be right reason or right reasons. If you are yet to know the why, if you are still being pressurized, or you are still under societal influence or peer pressure, or you think that your clock is ticking, is that why you want to get married? Please, you have to pause and go and sit down again. So then you have to understand the purpose of marriage. What is the purpose of marriage? The reason why the married ones are having issues today is because of their faulty foundation, the way they started. How did they meet? What is their understanding of marriage? Do they understand the purpose of marriage? What did God say? What did the Bible say about the purpose of marriage? Is marriage just about having children? Yes, because I want to have children. I love children, and I have to get married on time so that I can start having children. Or because your parents, they want to see their grandchildren before they pass on. No, you have to understand the purpose of marriage. It's not just for pleasure. It's not just for companion. It involves a lot of things. So you have to understand. When you are able to understand all of these things, it will help you, and you are already working in them. You know, it really help you to know that, yes, I am ready for marriage. But when you are yet to understand other, then you have to understand the roles and responsibilities of the husband and wife, as stated in the Bible. The love, the respect, the submissiveness. You have to understand all of the reason. I'll still go back. Why the married ones are having people. You see two people married in a marriage, and the wife is competing with the husband to be the head of the home. Why should you do that? Why? You are supposed to be an helpmate. You are supposed to help him meet some certain needs, to help him in some certain areas, not for you to be the head of that home. No, so when you're not beginning to compete or doing this rivalry of a thing with your husband, then something is definitely not right. So you should look at yourself now, even with your friends. Are you the kind of a person that you like to compete? You like competition. You are competing with somebody. You cannot be yourself. You are in a rivalry with your friends. You cannot be your friends. That's where it starts. If that is kind of attitude that you carry, then you will definitely take it to your marriage. You will go and be doing competition. If your husband buys a car, you too, you want to start saving money. I must buy a car. A lot of things happen in marriage. You may not believe. It may sound wild to you that how can husband and wife be competing? But yes, it happens. There are people like that when their husband does something, they want to do it. They want to say that I can beat my husband. Or when their wife is promoted, the husband too want to say me too. You don't need all of that. If there's mutual understanding, you don't have to. So you have to understand that Marriage is a covenant and not a contract. You are not entering into a contract, but a covenant. So understanding that is a lifelong commitment, and marriage is God's design. Marriage is God's design. It's not an individual design. You are not the one that designed marriage. You are not the one that created marriage. Are you prepared to love your partner even when you are not supposed to in that marriage? Are you prepared to serve as a man? Are you prepared to sacrifice for your spouse in the way Christ loved the church? When your wife or your husband is down, we have had stories of husbands, wives, donating kidney for their husbands. Are you ready? Are you not self-centered? Is it not just about you? These are the things. So as a single, as a youth, as a single young man or woman, these are the things that you should begin to look at yourself. Can you make sacrifice? Even as siblings, there are things that happen with these siblings. How did you react to them? When your mommy say, your younger ones are hungry, or your younger ones, they want them to go to school, they want them to do something, that you should step down for just a month for us to do this. What were your reactions? Did you take it lightly that after all, is my brother, is my sister, no problem? So this is where you should begin to examine yourself, even as a youth or as a single young man or woman now. What are those things that you are doing now? Because most of the things you are doing now when you are not married are the things that you are going to take into your marriage. Those things happening in marriages, they didn't just happen when they get into that marriage. I know there are times that some husbands, some spouses can push their spouse to become demon at times as a result of their attitude. But I'm talking about some baggages that you refuse to let go before you come into your marriage, that you have brought them into your marriage. These are the things that are actually causing issues in most marriages. And that's why for you are still single, you have not said I do, you need to know all of these things, so that if your desire is to have a beautiful marriage, to have a beautiful home, a blissful home, that you will enjoy your husband, you have an understanding spouse, that you need to know all of these things that they happen. But how best can you react to them is what makes your marriage a successful one. So on this note, I want to go on this short break. When I return, the program continues. Please don't go anywhere, and I'll be right back. Welcome back. It is true before you say I do on Glorious Vision Television. And on today's episode, we have been looking at how to know if you are ready for marriage. There's need for you to know if you are ready. Don't just rush into marriage. You don't just jump into marriage. You need to know that you are actually ready, is what we have been discussing on. So I'll go to the next point. The next point is, when you are able to take care of yourself, a lot of people can't even take care of themselves. Talk less of getting married to go and be taking care of a wife, of a husband, or of children. And that's why we see some parents these days, some of these are young parents, that before they get married, some things that they're supposed to have learned, they did not teach them, or they did not take time to get those training. Now they are married, they can't even parent a child. You need to see the way some of these young mothers are parenting their child. Even in marriage, you hear stories like husbands begging their wife to go and take their bath. How does that sound? When you are not a child, your husband will be begging. When you are even supposed to be making sure that your children go and take their bath, and you at marriage level, your husband is still complaining that my wife doesn't take her bath regularly, she doesn't take care of her hair regularly, she doesn't do this. The same goes to the husband. That we have husbands that the wife will come and say, they cannot take care of themselves when they are sick. You know that some husbands that you have to babysit them like baby. When they are sick like this, they become baby. The same daddy of the house will now become baby. Now everybody will like be wondering that, what is happening? How come? Yes. So you have to know, when you know that as a young man or young lady now, you can see that you can take care of yourself. It's not like you have to, what am I trying to say? You are not relying on your parents for everything. You have left that stage where you are still relying on mommy for money, on daddy for money. You want to do this, you must talk to mommy, you must talk to daddy. You want to take some decisions about your life, you have to talk to daddy, you have to talk to mommy. If you are still at that level, you are not ready. That means that if you go into marriage, I don't know if you have had stories of couples like that too. When they have to do anything, the husband must always call the mommy. After having discussion with the wife, the husband will now say, let me call my mommy. Let me tell mommy first. Let me hear what mommy has to say. Let me hear what my daddy has to. I have to call my parents. I have to discuss it with my parents. Abba, no now. So if you are at that level that you know that you cannot take decisions without mommy and daddy, you are not ready. I am not saying that when you get married or after you get married that you are not going to be involving mommy and daddy in some issues. But I'm not saying like everything. A married woman reached out to me. I was like, Mommy, do you know that everything we do in this house, my husband must call his mother? Even to the extent that when we have to do our conjugal rights, my husband must ask that, is it time? Does it have to get that bad? Yes, we have issues like that. So if you don't want to be an addition to what we already have on the ground that we are trying to work upon, please ensure that you know what you are supposed to know. Ensure that you do what you are supposed to do. So, like I said, you should be able, when you know that you are able to take decisions, you are able to do things yourself, you are able to take care of yourself, then you should know that, yes, now I am growing up, I am ready for responsibility, even as a young lady or as a young man. Then you like your partner. Maybe you are in a relationship already now. Do you like your partner? Do you like that young man or that woman that you are in a relationship, or you are just managing, or you are just waiting till when you get something that is better than him or her? Is that the level, or is that the stage you are? If you are at that stage, then you are not ready. You are not ready. If you are still not sure, you are still unsure about your partner, it's not like you really like her. When you ask some people, when some singles reach out and they begin to tell you their stories, and do you like her? Do you love this person? Mommy, I can't say. I don't know. Abba, you don't know. You are not ready if you don't know. So what are you even doing in a relationship? Part of the thing that should attract you is the likeness or the love. That at that stage, maybe there's a particular thing you like about her. Is it her beauty? Is it that this person is intelligent? Is it that this person is something that is good? So these are attractions. So if you, at that stage, you are still answering with, I can't say, I don't know, I am not sure, you are not ready. You don't have any business being in that relationship, and you are only wasting somebody's time, somebody's daughter, somebody's son's time. So those of you that you normally do this, please stop it. If you are not ready, if you don't like him, don't like her, come out straight. Don't beat about the bush, and don't do this style of especially for Christians, when you know that you don't like him, you don't like her, you now come up with the statement, I am still praying, I have not heard from God. 1 month, 2 months, you are yet to, because you are still holding on to that person, waiting for maybe when you see your choice. If you are doing that, you are only doing yourself, because God too is looking at you that you are engaged. Because God cannot see you as a single young man or as a single young lady. So if you are holding to somebody and you are praying for another man or another man to come, when you are still holding somebody, you are not serious. Many of you singles, you do that, but it's not right. It's not right. So know where you are going. If you don't like him, maybe you have been able to move with this young man and this young lady, and the attitude, or there's some things that you don't like about this person, please just come out straight and let this person that we cannot continue. I like people who come out like that. It's not a bad thing and it's not a sin to come out straight and tell him or her, so that I don't want to waste your time. You can tell them statements like that. I will make them, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't see myself ready for this relationship or ready for marriage now. It's better that way. So you see yourself making long-term plans without being selfish. If your partner's job demands them traveling, are you okay staying alone at home? These are the things. You are in a relationship now, and you are beginning to see that when you want to make decision, you are not making decision alone. You are carrying your partner along. That shows that you are ready. But when you want to make decision, or you have already made the decision, that's when your partner will now begin to see. I have a lot of them. They send messages to me. Mommy, this person, he wants to take some decision. He's not carrying me along. Oh. Mommy, or what do you think about it? And we have those who are married too that will reach out and say, Mommy, do you know that my husband is building a house somewhere? My husband has just bought a house somewhere and he didn't tell me. I got to know through a friend, or I got to know maybe when I saw something on his phone, like that. It shouldn't be like that. So if you as a single person, you are in a relationship with somebody now, and anytime, that means you are not seeing future with this young man or young woman. If anytime you want to do, maybe it's about your career, you want to change your job, and maybe you are working in a particular organization and you feel that you want to upgrade your career. If you are in a serious and committed relationship, I think the best thing is to let your partner knows about it. Both of you can discuss about it, the reason why, and you have to look at the good side and the bad side of you upgrading or leaving your current job. These are the things that you should discuss, because it's going to affect you. If you want to marry this person, it's good you talk about them. So now, just imagine now, you are now not even carrying this person along. So that means you are not seeing future with this person. So the best thing is you should know that you are not just ready. You are still on your own. You still want to be yourself. You still want to be living your independent life, taking your decisions by yourself, doing your things by yourself. You don't want anybody's swallow. Stay on your lane. Stay independent. Don't carry somebody and the person you now be frustrating that person, making that person feeling unloved. Yes, let me use that. Making that person feeling uncared for, that maybe he doesn't love me. Because if you love somebody, you'll be ready to carry them along, to take them along in whatever you are doing. So if you are not doing all of this, then you are not there yet. Then another thing is emotional maturity. Are you emotionally stable? Are you emotionally stable? Marriage involves dealing with various challenges. My dear singles, yes, marriage involves dealing with various challenges. People can get married and they have to stay a very long time before they start having children, delay in conception, delay in childbearing. People can get married and all of a sudden the husband who has a good job before you get married to him can suddenly lose his job. Health challenge can suddenly surface. So are you emotionally stable now that you can take all of these things? Are you sure when it gets to that time, you will not run away if the man loses his job? If your wife started facing or expressing health challenge, or if you get married after years of marriage, she's yet to conceive, will you not leave her to marry another woman? These are the things that you must check yourself. That's me. If I get married and my wife is here to get married, we'll be praying. We will see what we can do about it. I will not, because of that, leave my wife. These are the decisions that as a single young man, you must be able to take. You must know. So, are you emotionally stable? Marriage involves dealing with various challenges and being emotionally mature to navigate them when they come. I am married, and for decades, I know a lot of things that I and my husband have passed through in that marriage, that I would have run away from that marriage, that I would have run away, that would have parted ways. But here we are today, thanking God that we are able to go through those challenges together. And today we are here, we are. So you must know that it's not going to be that you are going to have 100% perfection in your marriage or even in your partner. These are the things. Remember, You are both coming from different backgrounds. A Yoruba person coming to marry an Igbo person. Somebody brought up by a single parent and coming to marry somebody that comes from a both parents home. You must definitely know that when you come together to marry, the differences are going to be there. So these are the things that you must know. You don't come and say, you that you grew up with both your parents, your father and your mother, and you are getting married to somebody who was brought up by a single mother. You will now want to come and be saying, my daddy used to do this, you are not doing that. This person did not grow up to have a father figure, for heaven's sake. So you don't expect him to do things that a father is doing because he never sees one. These are the things that you must know. So emotionally, you must be stable. This includes being able to manage your emotions, communicate effectively, and undo conflicts in an healthy manner. Then the next thing is past wounds. Have you dealt with your past hurts, issues, or traumas? Bringing unresolved issues into your marriage can create challenges and affect your future marriage. Now, yes, you have been in several relationships. You have been wounded. Your exes, they've hurt you. They've disappointed you. Are you still holding on to that? You must be able to do away with that baggages. You must be able to do away with that past wounds, past all the traumas before you come into a relationship, not even marriage now, even into your, if not, you will not enjoy that man, because anytime you are looking at this young man, this young lady, and you keep remembering the way that one disappointed you, you know you will still have that thought that this one too may fumble now, this one too may hurt me, and because of that you will not enjoy the peace that you are supposed to enjoy. So if you are still holding on to the hurt or disappointment of your ex, please, you are not ready. You are not just ready for marriage or even for relationship. Go and settle that first before you now start thinking of coming into a relationship. So what you can do is you seek healing and wholeness through Jesus Christ before you enter into any relationship and any marriage. Then conflict resolution. Can you handle disagreements in a healthy and constructive way? We know I handle cases of spouses that they will keep malice. Husband and wife living in the same house and they are keeping malice for months. They won't talk to each other. They have to start sending, thank God for GSM. They have to start sending, thank God for GSM and social media. They have to start sending messages through the phone. I'm off to work. Your breakfast is on the dining table. The school fees is here. That's how they are communicating. What kind of home is that? What kind of marriage is that? I'm telling you, depression will set in. It's peace. There won't be peace. There won't be love. There won't be intimacy. You cannot enjoy any form of intimacy in that kind of marriage, in that kind of home. So if you are a young man or young woman, hey, you know yourself. Your mommy too, they know you. Your family member, they know that you can keep malice for years, even with your siblings. Marriage, you don't carry that to marriage, oh. You don't. In fact, you have to go and be praying. Go and do special deliverance that God should just deliver you. Because in marriage, there will be disagreement. There will be conflict. If not from your husband, it will be from your children. Your children can cause you and your husband to have conflict. In-laws, friends, community, neighbors, anything, even church. Church something can cause. So there will always be something that you and your spouse will disagree over. I want the children to go to private school. This one will say, no, I want public school. This one will say, no, I want this. How about that? Disagreement will start from there. No, I want to do this for the children. No, let us do this. Let us buy. I love this color of a car. This one will say, no, I don't like red. I want blue. Disagreement. Toothpaste, we have had, has caused problem in marriage. Somebody likes to press from the bottom and somebody likes to press from the middle, and the one that likes to press from the bottom, you can imagine where she is coming from. He or she understand what it will take them to get another money to buy, so they are always careful. They have to press from the bottom. And somebody that they have everything, even before that one finishes, mommy has stocked the home, daddy has stocked the home, so they can always press the way they like. And these two people are coming to marry. You can imagine what will happen. Disagreement, conflict has started. So now I'm telling you, as singles, conflict will come. So you have to learn, even before they come, to learn how to forgive, to laugh over some certain things. You laugh over some certain things, you know. There are some things that I did not know how to do before I got married. And I got married, I learned them in my marriage. My husband taught me some things. If I'm the ego type, I was how can he be teaching me this? If my husband is the ego type, there are some things I taught him too that I did not know. If he's the ego type, it's how can my wife be teaching me to do something? But today, we are both enjoying those things. So these are the things that you must know. If you are the type that you have ego, your wife is your wife. She cannot talk to you. When I'm talking, you cannot talk. You are not ready for marriage, Joe. You are not. You will go in, and before you know it, with time, that marriage, when you keep having disagreements, quarrel all the time, and you get tired, you will just run away one day. So you have to learn that. Then you have to learn to trust your partner. Trust is very vital. If you are the type that you are having trust issue, and now trusting people, even you are not in any relationship yet, but you have problem, just naturally, that is who you are. You have trust issue. Please go and work on it, because you will need a lot of trust in your mind. You have to trust your wife. Your wife is working. She has to go to office. She has to go to her business place. And you are not going to be there. So if you are having a problem with trust, that means wherever you are, you will not be comfortable. You will be feeling, what is she doing right now? Who is with her right now? The same thing applies to the women too. You'll be looking at it. What's my husband? My husband's secretary. You know, you begin to imagine what you are not supposed to. My husband has that beautiful, sexy secretary. Could my husband could having something? You start imagining things. But if you are the type that you are not having trust issue, you are comfortable. You leave your husband, you leave your wife to do their thing. So it's very important that you have it. When you know that you have that even now in your relationship, you give them the wing to fly. Whoever you are in that relationship, you give them the wing to fly. It's not like you are monitoring all the aspects of their life. You give them that. You know that they are good at what they are doing, and you allow them to do that. Then you are good to go. Then the next thing is that your family and friends like your partner. Marriage is not just about you alone. Yes, the two of you shall leave your parents and cleave to your husband. Fine. But the Bible is not saying that because you are going to cleave to your wife or your husband that you should forget your families and you should forget your parents or your friends. No. So, you know, sometimes we are in a relationship, we don't see some things. It's our friends or family or parents that will see those and say, this person cannot marry you. This person is not going to make a good wife. It's not going to make a good husband. And because we are already in love, we don't want to listen. It's because mommy doesn't like this person, daddy doesn't like this person. It's because my friends don't mind them, don't mind out because she's still single. We begin to say all those things. I'm not saying that it cannot be right, but you have to ensure that your facts about those statements, they are right before you conclude. If not, if anybody is making any observation about somebody that you are going out with, please look into whatever the observations are. Look into it. Don't just conclude that it's because so your family and friends like this person, they can be comfortable around them. They are always happy around them. They easily get along with them. You know, this alone should tell you that yes, I am good to go. Then practical considerations, because of time, is going to be in series as usual, but let me just mention it. Practical considerations, what do we do under that? Financial readiness. Are you financially stable and responsible? Yes, you can be financially stable and you are not responsible in terms of your spending and your saving. So if you are going to be getting married to somebody who would like to save money, somebody that is brought up in a home that they are encouraged to have a piggy bank, and now you are getting married to somebody who is a spender, you know there's going to be issues. So you must know that you are financially stable and financially responsible. Are you managing your own finances wisely, even as a young man or as an independent single? These are the things that you must know. Financial stress is a common issue. People have divorced, people have gone, spouses have gone their separate ways as a result of money. Like I cited the example, I said somebody who suddenly lost his job. Maybe the job was even the attraction for this woman. Now the job is no more. The person, as at the time they met, the person is working in one oil company, in bank, in one big conglomerate, and now the person has lost the job. Problem will start. So it has become one of the issues in marriage, and you have to ensure that you work on that. So if you are still the type that you are still struggling with your financial status, you are yet to be financially stable and responsible. You know that you are a big spender. I know, let me end with this. I know of a particular young man who said that as at the time that he was single, that he's a big spender. He has a good job. He has a good additional income working for him. He said, but he's a bad spender. And do you know what happened? He said he likes to spend money. He said, but immediately he met this particular lady and they started this relationship. The lady happens to be a saver. It was through that lady that he learned how to be a saver, and he stopped spending anyhow. He was able to manage his resources wisely, and even before they got married, he said he was able to buy a land and build a house. He said they got married into their own apartment. So what am I saying in essence is that you should be able to have financial responsibility. When you know you have that, then that is another sign to tell you that I am ready for marriage. On this note, I want to say thank you to everyone. Because of time, I won't be able to exhaust. Like I said, it's going to be in series. I want you to watch out for the part 2. I want to thank everyone who has been part of today's episode of Before You Say I Do. I want to thank my viewers. I want to appreciate the production crew for making today's production a great success. And I want to say that if you have any question on this particular episode or on our previous episode, don't hesitate to drop it on that WhatsApp number that is scrolling on your screen. Or you need counseling in your relationship, or you are confused, you are at a confused stage right now in your relationship and you need someone to talk to, please don't hesitate to drop it on that WhatsApp on your screen. Or you need prayers, your own is just that you are there, you are almost there, and you just need prayers. You can also reach out to me. And I want to say that you can join us on our Facebook page on Tuesday, same time at 9 p.m. to watch this same episode, or on Saturday for a repeat broadcast at 1 p.m. Once again, I want to say thank you to as many who has joined us on today's episode of Before You Say I Do. Now you know you can be beginning to review your relationship or yourself to know whether you are ready. For as many of you that you are planning to get married now, I've had some of these things that I've mentioned. Please begin to review yourself, your relationship, and even your partner to know whether you are ready, or you still have to take a pause and go back and put things right before you say I do. Thank you once again. Until I come your way again on another exciting episode of Before You Say I Do, I remain your host, TOPE OGINNI. Don't forget, on Before You Say I Do, we will always help you to make the right decision before you say I do. Thank you, and bye for now.
I've never been so sure of anything before, just like I'm in this moment. But was alone would be enough. Just take my hands and take my ring, 'cause I will always love you through anything I'll do. To back on the first segment, only engaging about story. So back OGINNI, let's talk about love. Let's talk about God.